So, why do they just let the Mandalorians shoot them? I mean, no, I know. She's trying not to shoot them back because peace and all that. But they don't even try evasive. Oh, for the first bit of the episode, they're just like, oh no, what do we do? What do we do? And then she calls for evasive. And then they're like, okay, now I guess I'll start dodging as the Mandalorians are killing us. Oh my god, we didn't stand a chance against those dangerous Mandalorians. You are in A-Wings. I do like the raw pragmatism of Rao here, by the way. No, I really do. It's not just the fact that he's being bribed by the Empire, although he is, of course, taking the resources. It's more the fact that there's no benefit in trying to resist. If you remember, this was something that Azadi brought up earlier, too. Why bother joining a rebellion that is hopeless? So instead he sees the situation like, yeah. And then, funnily enough, two things end up changing his mind, and I like the cleverness of both. The first is the obvious, that they are demonstrating how much more capable they are than he presumed, basically. But the other is that he takes him prisoner. And he's probably going to be treated reasonably well, even though, he's got the cuffs on and everything. Because he is functionally a political prisoner now. This actually amuses me. This is the kind of thing that was done quite a bit back in the day in real-life history. You'd take a political prisoner, and how well they're treated tended to vary, depending on the culture and the time and the specific individual in question. But the point being, they would effectively be a guest of the person who has taken them prisoner in order to ensure political cooperation or to keep a treaty in line or whatever, basically. And that's kind of what's happened here. Which, again, is the sort of complexity to the political dynamic you don't usually see in Star Wars, so I do like that. I also like how Sabine is of House Vizsla. Notice that they immediately recognize the Death March, Death House? Death? Oh my god, I can't think of their names. The Death Idiots from back in Clone Wars, right? And the Death Idiots, what I find funny is she claims the rights of being the House, and therefore the right to the Code, but she claims her mother was a traitor, and therefore not her. Now, I don't know if that was something she was just saying for bravado, because it's not like she was revealing her deep innermost secrets to, people who at that moment in time were her enemies. But it's interesting to think that maybe her mother was actually a, shall we say, loyal member of House Vizsla, and she was not. It would kind of tie in with what we know of her backstory so far, too. Her ending up at the Imperial Academy, her desire to go to Black Sun, and her eventual joining of the Rebel Alliance. I am also amused by how angry Sabine comes off in this episode. And I like to think it's because of two separate reasons. One is the obvious, because they hurt Hera, and obviously Sabine likes Hera. Hera's basically the mother character. But I like the other reason too. Now this is just presumption on my part, but I like the idea that she is basically angry at Mandalorians taking bribes from Imperials to work for the Empire. I like that idea, because, well, first of all, because it reminds me of a certain, what was his name? Candaris or something like that? I don't know, it was some random guy I can't even think of, but it reminds me of Candaris back in KOTOR. The idea of, this is disgusting, why are you being reduced to simple petty banditry? What is wrong with you? That kind of a thing. And it also appeals to me because it feels like Sabine has a, I don't want to call it an idealized worldview, because obviously she understands that life sucks, but that things should be better, that kind of perspective. That's actually all I got. Nice political balance, nice character stuff for Sabine, a little bit of a reference to a comic. They keep doing that with Kanan. Good stuff overall. Hope to see you next time.